Sports Center for Hopkinton-Dover Sherborn Co-op Girls Hockey. As today they take on the Medway Co-op, which consists of Ashland and Holliston, as well as some BVT players. On Hopkinton, you have a BVT player, Nipmuc, and Dover Sherborn. Hopkinton is 0-4-0 on the season. Medway is 2-1. Tom Nappy on the call alongside Mike Terosian, who's running camera. He'll be adding some color as well. Mike, another exciting season of Hillers hockey, and it's nice to see the girls sticking with the New England Sports Center for their home location.
Yeah, that makes it nice for us because this is a great place to film from, with the lack of the nets for us for vision. But it's also nice here seeing the girls are wearing a Hiller uniform instead.
Yes, they have similar uniforms to the boys team, and they are certainly looking sharp as we are ready for face-off. Leanna Patrick in the middle of the ice for Hopkinton, and we are underway in period number 1. As Medway gets it into Hiller's territory, your goalie matchup is Deanna Pena for Hopkinton and Zoe Ratcliffe for the Medway Co-op. In the Medway territory it goes alongside the corner as Perdoni puts it at the net, and it's a glove save. Reese Perdoni, a freshman out of Dover Sherborn. A lot of new faces on this Hillers team, a relatively young roster, only 3 seniors on the roster. And we like to welcome in everybody watching from the Hopkinton or Medway area and wish everybody out there a happy holidays. And we're glad you could tune in for our final Hillers broadcast prior to the holiday break. Along the near side, racing up the ice is Katie Cruz for Medway. Splits the defenders, fires it to the far side of Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons takes a hit into the corner. Up along the near side now, tracking it back ice, Maggie Monahan for Medway. Monahan puts it up the boards along the far side. And now racing in is Danny Moriarty. Nick Gout, the head coach for Hopkinton, his first year at the helm after Scott Hayes moved over to the boys program for the Hillers. Carl Infanger, the Medway Co-op head coach. Into Medway territory it goes. 1.5 minutes into action, and we will have a face-off. And on the face-off for the Hillers Co-op, Leanna Patrick up against Lauren Bosworth for Medway. Or actually, that was Jenna Fitzsimmons. Over to the near side. Slice forward by Cruz, out in front now. Getting a hold of it, Sophia Mazzucchelli. She was a big contributor to this Hopkinton-Dover Sherborn Co-op last season. Cruz racing up the ice and stole it away. Nice steal there as Reese Perdoni got in the way. Out in front in the slot, it's handled by Cruz. Along the near side now, Patrick trying to turn it around. Fitzgerald slices it into the neutral zone. And now Bosworth takes it. Along the near side over to Lester. Losing it there was Fitzsimmons. Medway Ashland Co-op in the midst of a change. And we're going to have an icing. So we'll have a face-off at 12:28 left in Medway territory.
A little bit of a light crowd tonight, being the holidays. This is what's usually expected. You don't get to see the students out that much here coming up to the holiday season.
Yeah, I think everybody's out getting the last-minute Christmas shopping done.
Which I'm going to do right after I leave here.
Absolutely.
Actually, I'm going to start mine.
I got most of mine done. Still got a few things to pick up. Infanger. And now Byrne racing up the ice. Nice pass, shot. And that is going to be a save. That was a good shot there by Emily Infanger, the junior. But even a better save by the goalie, Deanna Pena. Medway had a good break there. That was all up to the goaltender to keep it a scoreless game, and she did just that. Frazier along the near side. Along the boards, jammed up. Now squirts out, pass over. Shot from the top of the circle, that's deflected. Behind the net it goes, handled by Byrne. Byrne pops it off the boards over to Infanger. Back to Infanger on the attempted pass by Maggie Monahan. And now out in front, and there's a deflection, and here comes the Hillers. Bailey sends it forward. Hillers in the midst of a change. Along the far side it goes. Perdoni trying to turn it around. Out in front. Top of the circle is Infanger. Takes it around, backhander. And that is wrapped up by Pena. Well, Deanna Pena, the senior goaltender from Dover Sherborn, has been busy so far this evening, but holding up nicely. We'll have a face-off at 11:05 left to go in the first period. Hillers last took on Dedham this past Saturday. It was an exciting 6-3 Dedham win. Hillers did score on a penalty shot during that game. DeRocher along the near side. Trying to get it out of the traffic jam. Squirts out into the neutral zone, handled by Bosworth. Fires it over to the far side, looking for Turcotte. Getting in the way, Perdoni. Hillers trying to get it out of their defensive zone. On the Hopkinton jersey, got the Dover Sherborn logo on the side as well. A great co-op they have going here between Hopkinton, Dover Sherborn, Nipmuc. And BVT used to be a part of this co-op, but they have since joined the Medway co-op. Along the far side, Perdoni. There is one BVT player remaining on the Hillers roster. Sophia Mazzucchelli, who's grandfathered in. Fitzgerald trying to take it up the far side. Now turning it around, O'Brien. Back and forth we go. Mazzucchelli trying to get in there. Popping it off the boards, Haley Cox. Cox trying to get it back into Medway territory. Unable to do so. Into the corner it goes. Chuslow trying to get to it for Medway. Matched up with Abby Wayne, the captain for the Hillers. One of the three captains on this Hillers team. Sophia Mazzucchelli, Morgan Fraser, Abby Wayne, your captains this season. Sliced forward by Bailey. And we'll have an icing. At 9:07 left to go in this first period. Well, a pretty good back and forth game so far, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to see that it's not all one-sided.
That shot deflected off of Mazzucchelli. Along the near side now, pass over by Infanger. Shot from the top of the circle, and it's into traffic. Infanger on the one-timer, and that went off the post. Into the corner it goes. Patrick trying to track it down. Turned up ice by Monahan. Well, unfortunate news that the NHL's on hold till December 27th, but at least you have some Hillers hockey to watch.
Absolutely. We've got plenty of it, too, coming up.
There's a wrister by Cruz. It's just wide. Yeah, we'll have some games over the holiday break, including a boys hockey game as well as some basketball. Fitzsimmons sends it over. Along the corner, that's Cruz for Medway. Mazzucchelli trying to turn it around. Back to the blue line it goes. Infanger Sends it up. And now trying to race it. And there's a backhander by Fitzsimmons, deflected away. Over to the near side corner it goes. Infanger with it. Takes the shot, it's just wide. Now from the right circle, there's another shot deflected away off the stick of Cruz. Medway putting on some good pressure. Monahan trying to race in. It's taken away, sent up by Perdoni. And that'll draw an icing. This faceoff comes at 7:28 left to go in period number 1.
Nice defense there on the Hillers.
Certainly was. The pressure was on big time, but they held up well. Off the faceoff now. There's a shot turned away. That was Kathleen Fitzgerald. Along the far side, now squirts out. McLeod looking for a shot, sends it wide. Sending it over behind the net is Brina Renault. Now to the blue line. Fitzgerald trying to send it up. She's contested. Getting in there is Mazzucchelli. Out towards the slot area now. Along the near side, and it's sent up and around by Kathleen Fitzgerald. Mazzucchelli sends it over. Fitzgerald with the one-timer, and that is wrapped up by Pena. Just able to cover it up. This faceoff comes at 6:37 left to go. Along the far side. Sent up and over by Monahan. And now into the neutral zone. Mazzucchelli trying to turn it up ice. Along the far side, Monahan. Sends it up. Christina DeRocher trying to track it down, and we're going to have an icing call. We'll get a face-off at 6:07 left to go in the first period. Well, the Hillers have started off the season with some very tough opponents, including this Medway co-op, holding up nicely so far. There's a steal by Scher, and now taken back by Wayne along the near side. Wayne trying to battle for it. Pops it towards the blue line. Mazzucchelli trying to get there. Backhands it into Medway territory. Infanger with it now. Infanger racing up the ice. Into Hillers territory. Sends it out, no one there. Medway will track it down, back ice. Trying to work her way up, Monahan. She's contested, backhander and a Hillers goal! Hopkinton strikes first. A steal and a goal for the Hillers, and that is Bianca Musgrave, the junior. One nothing, Hopkinton-Dover Sherborn co-op. At 5:16 left to go in the first period. Bianca Musgrave, a junior out of Hopkinton.
Must be her first goal. They took the puck off the ice.
That was a beauty, a nice steal and a nice backhander right into the net. Kelly Bailey on the faceoff, and now back ice it goes for Medway. Fitzgerald tracks it down. Up the near side. Sent over by Perdoni over towards the far side. Stolen back by Medway. Bosworth trying to work her way up. She's diverted. And now here comes Bailey. Bailey trying to put a move on. Jammed up along the boards now along with Katie Cruz. Into the neutral zone it goes. Perdoni sends it over. Sent up now by Musgrave. Bosworth tracks it down. Along the near side. Sent up by Abby Wayne and around. Hopkinton in the midst of a change as Fitzgerald sends it up to the neutral zone. And now here comes Kathleen Fitzgerald with a shot wrapped up. We'll have a face-off at 4:04 left to go in the first period. Good battle for it. And it's sent over. There's a shot and a goal. Emily Infanger, the junior for Medway. Well, she got the puck as it was squirting out and pops it in to tie this game up at 1 apiece. Anna Patrick on the faceoff for Hopkinton. Back ice it goes. Haley Cox with the backhander up the near side. Battle for it. Squirts out. Patrick sends it over. Popped off the boards into Medway territory. Mazzucchelli trying to get there. Medway looking for a charge. Working her way up. Infanger. Infanger going to be tripped up. Ooh, we're going to have a stoppage here. We hope she's okay. It was Infanger colliding with Perdoni. They went into the boards, and it looks like Reese Perdoni a little shooken up.
I was worried about both of them. They both hit the same time, kind of hard. But yeah, she's going to take a little break here.
Her own power, which is good to see. Perdoni, a freshman out of Dover Sherborn. Got 2 freshmen on the roster, 3 seniors, 1 sophomore, and a whole lot of juniors. 11 to be exact. There is a 2-minute penalty. It is against the Hillers. They got Perdoni for the trip. And that one's covered up by the keeper, Zoe Ratcliffe. We'll have a face-off at 3:09 left to go. Medway on the power play. Turned around by Wayne. Working it up is Hickey. Up along the far side it goes. Hiller's going to try to play keep away to burn out this Medway power play. Over to Monahan. Racing in. Now up behind the net. Out in front. There's a shot deflected. And then it's put in. A 2-1 Medway lead. And that was Maggie Lester on the goal. That score comes
looked like Medway had a plan together for this power play here, and they executed very well.
Maggie Lester, a senior out of Ashland, makes it a 2-1 game. We're back to even strength. Into the neutral zone. Now back into Hopkinton territory. Haley Cox trying to track it down. Gets it up to Musgrave. Trying to dig it out is Cruz. Katie Cruz works it around. Over to Fitzsimmons along the corner. Cruz and Fitzsimmons a little tied up. Fitzsimmons comes out with it. Wrister, and it is wrapped up. A wrister by Maggie Monahan, the sophomore out of Medway. And we'll get a face-off with 2 minutes left to go in the first period. Abby Wayne up against Julia Byrne. That's fired at a play by Lauren Bosworth. Freshman out of Ashland. Leanna Patrick up against Julia Byrne. Set up by Bosworth. Around it goes as Perdoni gets there. Now it's taken back by Medway. Infanger sends it up, looking for Byrne. And now taken back by Medway. A nice steal there by Byrne. Sent over by Infanger. Towards the net goes Bosworth, and it's handled by Patrick. Along the near side. And turned up ice by Avery Bent. Hiller's making a change as we approach a minute left in this first period. A 2-1 Medway lead. Bosworth goes up the near side. Turnaround shot there by Bailey. Didn't get much mustard on that one. Byrne sends it up. And now racing in, Renault. Brianna Renault is diverted. And just misses her intended target, Carolyn Scher. And Bailey sends it up to the far side, looking for Musgrave. Under 20 seconds left in this first period. Along the near side, Scher trying to dig it out, is able to do so. Now Renault sends it back to Bosworth. Into Hiller's territory. And that'll do it for period number one. An exciting first period. After one period of play, Medway leading 2-1. But Mike, looking like a pretty even matchup out there.
Very even match. I like the speed. I love the consistency of the passing. It seems like everyone's doing a very fine job.
All right, we'll take a breather and we'll have the second period coming up next on HCAM. And welcome back into the New England Sports Center. We are ready for the second period of this girls varsity hockey game between the Hopkinton-Dover Sherborn Co-op and the Medway Ashland Holliston Girls Co-op. Tom Nappy alongside Mike Tarosian on the call. And as we enter the second period of play, it's a 2-1 Medway lead. Some good, exciting action.
Oh, they did change sides
in the first period.
Okay, they did change.
And we have switched sides. Hopkinton-Dover Sherborn now working right to left across your screen. Sent up to Bent. Up along the boards it goes into Hiller's territory. Getting in there for Medway is Fitzsimmons. Along the end boards. Sent out, top of the circle. Bosworth, and that is going to be off the post.
That was close. That could have been tipped in.
It certainly was. Bosworth, will she try it again? Wrister into traffic. Shot from the circle, and that's in! Jenna Fitzsimmons, the junior. Fitzsimmons makes it a 3-1 game at 14:22 left to go in the second.
Didn't expect that so soon, but there wasn't that much defense back there going on.
Yeah, Medway, they just charged right off the bat and were able to exploit the opportunity. Infanger along the far side. Getting it out of the jam was Byrne. And now here comes Byrne racing up the ice. She got tied up with Bailey. Bailey trying to dig it out. Sent into the slot, and a nice defensive maneuver there by Perdoni. to divert the shot attempt by McLeod. Here comes the Hillers. Bailey. And that is deflected away. Monahan. Along the far side. Sliced up by Infanger. Here comes Gledhill. Sends it over. Byrne trying to work her way in. Takes it around the net. Pops it out, no one there. Along the corner now. Sending it over is Musgrave. Finds Abby Wayne. And now into the slot. There's a shot turned away. Secondary shot, and that's in. Julia Byrne with the assist. And the goal scorer is Danny Moriarty. That'll make it a 4-1 game.
Yeah, it's taking a little wind out of the sails there on the Hillers.
It certainly has. Medway has come into the second period playing with authority. Bernoni sends it up.
That must have been one heck of a locker room talk.
Fitzgerald sends it down into Hiller's territory, and we'll have the icing. We'll get a face-off at 12:37 left to go in the second period. Well, the Hillers need to get back to what they were doing in that first period.
I mean, they could do it. They showed in the first period that they could do it.
Leanna Patrick on the face-off. She's up against Turcotte. Squirts out of the near side. And there's a wrister. That's turned away. That was DeRocher on that shot. Along the corner now. And dug out and sent over by Bosworth. Over to the near side it goes. Patrick trying to get there. Matched up with Fitzgerald. Patrick tied up along the boards with Fitzgerald. Now sent back up by Haley Cox. Out in front. And nice look by Mazzucchelli. But a good defensive play there by Medway. Backhanded pass by Bosworth. Into the neutral zone it goes. Fitzgerald pops it off the boards. Able to find Scherer. Into Hiller's territory, we'll have an icing at 11:35 left to go in the second period. Jillian Wenrich entering the game for the Hillers. Kelly Bailey up against Kaylee O'Brien. Over to the near side it goes. Handled by Infanger. Now trying to race up Monahan. She's diverted. There's a wrister, and that's in! What a nice shot that was by Morgan Frazier. That'll make it a 4-2 game. Well, we have some offense in this second period.
Yeah, no one's ready to count the Hillers out yet.
Hillers changing things up.
We're going to change your goalies.
Racing up is Fitzsimmons. Yeah, looks like it might be Ella McCann in net now for the Medway Co-op. Along the far side, McGovern gets tied up with Mazzucchelli. Handling it is Infanger. Sent over out in front. There's a shot turned away. good shot there by DeRocher. Squirts out to the line. Cox sends it into the slot. It's put in! And the Hillers are right back in the game.
I'm not sure
So
if
that was Cox who sent it over. I think someone might have got the last touch.
Yeah,
on
I'm
it.
not sure if they did or not. That was close, but they were all congratulating her for the goal.
Well, she'll at least have an assist, that's for sure. That score comes with 10:24 left, so 2 goals within a minute for Hopkinton.
With a new goalie.
Bailey up against Byrne. Yeah, it'll be interesting to find out what happened with Zoe Ratcliffe. Along the far side. Back and forth we go. Trying to squeeze it between 2 Hillers was Moriarty. Getting in there, Bailey. And now on a break, here comes Moriarty. Racing in. Backhander, and it's in! It's a scoring fest at the New England Sports Center. That'll make it a 5-3 Medway lead with 9:57 left.
Yeah, she dumped that in quick with authority, and she knew right where she was going. She went for that one hole.
That was a great break by the junior out of Ashland, Danny Moriarty. Well, Mike, did you take the over on this one?
You know how I am with spreads. I like wins and losses, not the spreads.
Mazzucchelli sends it up. Into the corner it goes. Dug out by Patrick. Jammed up along the far side now. Over to Perdoni. Medway trying to work it up ice. Perdoni sends it over. Sent up by DeRocher. Along the corner it goes. Now towards the end boards. Out of the jam. And Renault sends it back over. Patrick tied up along the boards. Able to get out of there. There's a shot turned away. Secondary shot turned away. And now Gledhill trying to get it out of traffic. Wrister, backhander, and it's just wide by Patrick. Sent out into the slot, shot by Mazzucchelli, turned away. Great pressure by the Hillers. Turcotte trying to work it around, stolen away out in front. And there's a shot, and was that wrapped up? And it was. That was a grand opportunity for Leanna Patrick, but quite a save from the goaltender, Ella McCann. Ella McCann, a freshman out of BVT. Along the corner, Monahan sends it up. Great action in this second period. Bailey trying to get it out of the traffic jam. Coming out with it is Fitzsimmons, and it's taken back as Musgrave gets in there. Bailey sends it up. Infanger over to the far side. And now Abby Wayne going to turn it up ice. Popped off the boards by Infanger. Fitzsimmons sends it forward. Trying to race in is Cruz. Towards the net, shot, and a glove save by Pena. A nice save there on a break by Cruz. We'll get a face-off at 7:44 left to go in the second period. That was Patrick in on that face-off. Here comes Medway. Tripped up. Sent over by Monahan. And now Moriarty slices it around. Trying to turn it back is Fitzsimmons. Sends it over. Racing around the net, Lester. She runs into traffic. Towards the blue line, sent over by Infanger. Handled along the end boards by DeRocher. Out in front, shot, and that's turned away. Dangerous territory for the Hillers as Maggie Lester able to get the shot off. Now Sophia Mazzucchelli looking for a break. Here she goes, racing up the ice. There's a shot, and it's wrapped up by McCann. We'll have a face-off at 6:47 left in the second period. Both teams making a change.
Jay, I love the fight. What a great fight tonight.
Absolutely. Good back and forth battle. Into the slot. And trying to sneak it in. And did that get in? It was Kelly Bailey trying to knock it in, but she might have went over the goal line, so I think they're going to wave it off. Well, let's see here. Maybe they will give it to him. No call yet.
I think they might give it to him.
They're discussing it.
He points to center ice.
It looks like they're going to give it to him.
Give it to him.
So that'll make it a 5-4 game. They give Kelly Bailey the goal. And it's a one-score game in favor of Medway. Working her way up the ice, Fitzgerald. Along the near side, gets tied up with Wayne. Now sneaking it out is Musgrave. Looking for a break, Bailey sends it up to the corner. Handled by Bosworth. Popped off the boards by McLeod. Sneaking in there is Wayne. Backhands it over to the corner. Trying to work it up is Medway as Bosworth sends it to the far side. Popped off the boards by Cox. Now coming out with it, Bosworth. And McLeod sends it up to the far side corner. Handled by Cox. Ooh, a big trip there into the boards goes Bailey. Along the near side. Putting on the moves. Turcotte, shot, loose puck, and it's turned away. I think it might have been the captain DeRocher who got the stick in there. 5:15 and counting left to go in this second period. A 5-4 game. And that shot diverted in the high slot by Bailey. Jammed up along the near side now, trying to escape with it, McGovern. Up and around it goes. Along the far side, Monahan sends it over, McGovern. Misfire there. Trying to take it away is Musgrave. Renault with it. Sends it up along the near side, and we'll have an icing.
Yeah, Medway not too happy with the last call for that goal. His argument was that she had it covered, and the Hopkins player jumped on top of the goalie.
Yeah.
Not exactly what I saw,
probably
but
could have used a review there, but that's okay.
Yep. Well, just back it up on YouTube. Check
No
it out.
reviews at this level. Leanna Patrick up against Fitzsimmons. Well, officials did discuss it.
They did talk about it for a while, absolutely.
But the Hillers will certainly take it. Great pressure by the Hillers in these last few minutes. Medway trying to return the favor. Fitzsimmons races in. And Perdoni plays keep away. Now here comes Patrick. Into the corner. Trying to get out of the jam. Medway comes away with it as Fitzsimmons races up. Fitzsimmons on a break. They'll try to squeeze it past the defender. Perdoni just able to get it in the way. Jammed up along the corner now. Sent out. And the shot from Fitzsimmons is turned away. Medway trying to put some pressure on and get the momentum back in their favor.
Oh!
And there's a shot by Lauren
Wow.
Bosworth into the upper left corner.
What a wrister.
beauty.
What a wrister.
Well, that was a heck of a shot. You have to give her credit there.
Absolutely.
That'll make it a 6-4 Medway lead with 3:36 left to go in the second period. How about that? A 4-3 period so far here in this second. Gledhill with it. Sent over along the far side. Infanger trying to handle it. Infanger racing up the ice. She does have speed. Along the far side, around the defender. Into the circle, takes it around the net. Sends it out, it's intercepted by Cox. Haley Cox racing up. Into the corner she goes. Gets tied up into traffic with Julia Byrne and company. And we'll have a save. Glove save there by McCann. Well, don't turn away from this one. Action-packed
Not at
game.
all.
Leanna Patrick up against Fitzsimmons. Monahan sends it up the far side. As Kelly trying to turn it back around. Here comes Monahan looking for a break. Out in front, and it goes just wide of the net as Cruz lost her balance and ended up sliding right into the goalkeeper. Are we going to have a penalty here? Looks like we will have a trip or a hold. It's going to be against Avery Bent. So Medway will be on the power play for the next 2 minutes. 2:31 left to go in the second period. A 6-4 Medway lead. It is a 4-3 period in favor of Medway. It has been action-packed. Fitzsimmons up against Patrick. Along the corner, Perdoni. Sends it over, looking for DeRocher. Hiller's trying to get it out of the danger zone. As they're a man down, there's Arister, and it's just wide from Monahan. Along the far side it goes. Variety trying to take it out. And now the Hillers looking for a break. Here comes Patrick racing in, and she's diverted. Getting in the way was Infanger. Byrne with it. And now here comes Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons racing in, shot off the crossbar. Into the corner it goes. Cruz trying to dig it out. Sends it back over to Infanger. And now Fitzsimmons looking for another shot. Tries to sneak it through, and she won't, but the secondary attempt by Maggie Lester will be another score for Medway. So the senior, Maggie Lester, gets a goal. Fitzsimmons on the assist. And it's a 7-4 Medway lead. That score comes with 1:35 left to go in the second period. Well, good pressure by Medway there. And Maggie Lester, senior out of Ashland, comes up with the goal. And now looking for another one, turned away. Along the far side boards, Chuslow. Out to Turcotte, jammed up by Bailey. Medway has a much bigger roster than Hopkinton, so they certainly have an advantage in that department. Bosworth gets tied up with Frazier. Up and around it goes. Sent back over to the far side by Musgrave. Chuslow there to handle it. Medway looking for a break here into Hiller's territory. Sent over by Cox. And now, it was briefly taken away by Fitzgerald, but no one was there. Bosworth. Over to the near side, looking for Fitzgerald. Back to Chuslow now. Fitzgerald sends it up. And now Turcotte racing in. She's diverted. Tied up with Cox. Sent out by Musgrave. Bosworth. Over to the near side. And that'll do it for what was a very exciting second period. Medway adds 5, Hopkinton adds 3, and at the end of 2 periods of play, it is Medway 7, Hopkinton 4. Stick around, the final 15 minutes should be very exciting. You are tuned in to Hopkinton-Dover Sherborn Co-op Girls Hockey on HCAM. And we are ready for the third period of play in this varsity girls hockey matchup between the Hopkinton-Dover Sherborn Co-op and the Medway Ashland Holliston Co-op. It is a 7-4 Medway lead as we head into this third period. It was a very exciting second period. After a 2-1 first period, it was a 5-3 second period. 8 goals combined. So it should be quite a finish here. Leanna Patrick up against Fitzsimmons, and we're off for the final 15 minutes of regulation. Sent up by Bosworth. Hillers working left to right across your screen for this third period. And that pass intercepted as Fitzgerald gets in the way. Fitzgerald racing up the ice, takes it to the end boards. Looking to send it out, and a little too much mustard looking for Maggie Lester. Into the circle, it's going to get jammed up, and now handled by Lester. Up and around it goes. Patrick tracks it down behind the net, sends it out. DeRocher gets it into the neutral zone. Bosworth handles it back ice, sends it over to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons with the pass up over to Lester. Turned around by DeRocher. Along the corner now. Up behind the net it goes. Stolen away by Perdoni from Cruz. Medway looking to put some pressure on here in these early minutes. Lester with it. Sends it over to Infanger. Shot from the top of the circle diverted. Don't forget to see all of our upcoming Hopkinton Hillers winter season broadcasts. Head over to our website, hcam.tv. Along the near side corner, Fitzsimmons. This is our last one for this week. Next week we'll have the Mary Corby basketball tournament from Hopkinton High School. That'll be on the 28th and 29th, I believe.
Yep.
Racing around the net is Cruz, sends it out. We also have Hillers hockey next week as well. Popped off the glass. And there's a backhander just wide, goes Variety. That shot turned away. We'll fill you in on all the details on our website, hcam.tv, in the very near future.
The only thing we don't have yet is the Alpine skiing schedule yet, which I believe is going to be Thursday nights. But we don't know when they're going to start because no snow yet.
Right.
We need a little snow.
Well, they're producing some fake snow, but they're
making
certainly
it
like some real stuff.
Yeah. Hey, we might have a white Christmas. There might be an inch on the ground come Christmas morning. We'll see what happens.
That'd be the first in a while.
Yes, it will.
Jammed up along the near side. Getting in there for the Hillers, Wenrich. And squirts out, goes up and around. Good defense by the Hillers. And now they're trying to approach. Taken back by McLeod, and she takes a hard fall to the ice. And we'll see what we're going to get here. Looks like it will be icing.
Tom, I got to admit, it was a little bit weird when the girls came back on the ice and they sat around the bench and they did the little team cheer and they said, Raiders. A little weird to see that come from a green and white uniform.
Yes. Well, they do have the Dover Sherborn logos on the side. Out in front, and it's wrapped up off the stick of Turcotte. Well, Deanna Pena has certainly been busy in net today. The Hillers will make a change. Out for the faceoff, Kelly Bailey. Into the corner it goes. That shot wide by Fitzgerald. Backhanded into the corner by Bosworth. Into the near side boards now. Renault flings it over, and it floats around behind the net. Taking it out of the corner to Rocher. Slices it forward over to Bailey. Sent back in Ayler's territory by Renault. Perdoni sends it over. You wonder how both teams are doing after that exciting second period energy-wise. Bailey floats it off the glass. And we'll have an icing. This faceoff comes at 11:04 left to go in regulation. It remains a 7-4 Medway co-op lead. Patrick up against Fitzsimmons. Monahan jammed up along the corner. And now there's a shot, and trying to go top shelf there was Maggie Lester. A little too much on that one. Avery Bent with it. Floats it up the far side. Mazzucchelli trying to track it down behind the net. Bent sends it back over. Mazzucchelli out in front, no one there. Handled by Lester. Back and forth we go. Mazzucchelli able to get the backhander on it. Now tied up with Infanger. Also getting in there, Avery Bent. Medway comes out with it. Taken away, there's a shot, and it's intercepted by Fitzsimmons. That was Patrick getting the shot off. Fitzsimmons racing up. She has speed. Along the far side, and she's going to take a hard fall to the ice. Got a little tied up there with Abby Wayne, and she went flying into the end boards. We certainly hope she's okay. They're going to check on her. 9:49 left to go. Medway leading Hopkinton 7-4. We'll step aside on HCAM. Certainly glad to see the shooken up Jenna Fitzsimmons back up. Skating off under her own power. That was quite a hit she took into the end boards. But she appears to be okay, which is a great sign to see. 9:49 left to go in regulation. A 7-4 Medway lead. Along the near side. Pass over to Fitzgerald. Pops it off the boards, and it's intercepted briefly. And now getting in there, McLeod. Out in front, no one there. Along the near side, Byrne sends it back over to Infanger. McLeod slices it forward. Jammed up along the near side corner now. Back and forth we go along the near side boards. And there's a shot by Fitzgerald. And once again, jammed up along the boards. Some good back and forth between these two teams throughout tonight's game. There was a penalty off the hit by Abby Wayne. I think they got her for a trip. So the Hillers are playing shorthanded for the next 40 seconds. So far, so good on the power play kill. Mazzucchelli trying to send it up into Medway territory. Sent over to Moriarty. Moriarty slices it forward. Turned to the near side by Perdoni. Handled by Infanger. 10 seconds left on the power play kill for the Hillers. Or Raiders, whatever you prefer.
I like Hiller. Sorry.
Fitzgerald. Tied up with DeRocher. Getting in there, Infanger. Infanger leaves it out in front, and it's diverted. Along the far side it goes. The Hillers have killed off the penalty. Trying to race in Bailey. Mazzucchelli got the stick in there, and we have a call here. It's going to be an offsides call. We'll have a face-off at 7:21 left to go. Sent up the near side by Cox. Mazzucchelli trying to dig it out, tied up with Bosworth. And a whole lot of traffic from both sides along the boards. O'Brien comes out with it. Mazzucchelli able to get the stick on it. Getting in there, slicing it forward was Wenrich. Medway responds. Off the stick of Mazzucchelli. Patrick trying to look for a break, but getting in her way was Bosworth. Monahan along the near side. And out of the blue line, Cox trying to dig it out. And it is sent up ice by O'Brien. We'll have an icing at 6:28 left to go in this third period. It'll be Avery Bent on the face-off for Hopkinton-Dover Sherborn. Jenna Fitzsimmons for Medway. Out in front, there's a shot turned away. That was Kelly Bailey sneaking one in. Along the corner, Lester. And that's sent behind the net. Along the far side, Katie Cruz sends it out to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons across to McGovern. We'll make that Lester. Cruz. Racing in. Takes it around the net, trying to sneak it in. And it's turned away for the moment. Secondary shot, and it is going to be wrapped up by Pena. Some tremendous goaltending work there. Well, Katie Cruz along with Michaela McGovern really putting the pressure on in that sequence. Around the net. Trying to handle it is Patrick. And she lost it. Here goes McGovern. Sends it over. We'll make that Fitzsimmons. Along the far side corner, trying to dig it out. Wayne tied up with Lester. And Wayne is going to fall hard to the ice. She got a little tripped up there. We'll see if we have a penalty coming. Looks like we might have a trip call against Medway. Maggie Lester will head to the box. So Hopkinton-Dover Sherborn will be on the power play for the next 2 minutes.
Medway, Coach, not liking very much of these calls tonight.
Firing it up the far side is Knoyer. And now handling it, DeRocher. That was a tucked-in jersey. That was O'Brien up the far side. Along the near side corner. Sent over by Riorty. And now handling it for Hopkinton Perdoni. Minute and a half and counting left on the power play for the Hillers. Intercepted by Patrick. Along the near side, Bosworth sends it back. Mazzucchelli gets the stick in there. Sophia Mazzucchelli over to DeRocher. There's a wrister, and getting in the way there was Patrick along with the defender. Back into Hopkinton territory we go. 1 minute left on the power play. Along the far side. And we're going to have an offsides call. We'll get a face-off at 4:05 left to go in the third period.
Hopkins struggling with getting out of their zone a lot. But I tell you, the defense, both teams' defense, it's definitely been a defensive period here.
It certainly has. A little bit different from what we saw in the second period.
Oh, absolutely. I can't believe we're still scoreless with 4 minutes to go.
I think both teams are wiped out after that crazy second period.
I know I'm tired.
Wayne sneaks it over. Infanger trying to dig it out of the near side. Able to work it up the ice. And now into the corner, Fitzsimmons sends it out. Shot from the high slot, poked away by Pena. It was off the stick of Katie Cruz. Now handling it for the Hillers, Musgrave. Sends it across, here comes Frazier, there's a shot, and it is going to be a good save by the keeper, Ella McCann. Trying to work it in the Hillers' territory, Katie Cruz. Sent over by Musgrave. Back into Medway territory. Hillers looking for some pressure here in these closing minutes. 3 minutes and counting left to go. Popped off the boards by Perdoni. Squirts out over to the near side. Racing up the ice, Chusla. Bailey sends it over. Now here comes Frazier. The captain with a shot. Turned away, out in front of the net. And it's diverted. Along the far side, Renault.
I love watching when they get their own rebounds.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of that in this game. Renault racing in. And a good steal there by Perdoni. We'll make that DeRocher. Into the corner, Perdoni tracking it down. Pops it off the back of the net. DeRocher trying to sneak it away. Sliced up the ice over to Bent. Into Medway territory. Around the net it goes. Infanger gets there for the moment. Mazzucchelli approaching. Just able to send it up. And now, out of the corner comes Medway. Popped over to the far side boards by Monahan. Wrister up the ice. Into Hopkinton territory. We'll have an icing at 1:26 left to go in the third period. It remains a 7-4 Medway lead. Hopkinton starting to develop a little bit of pressure in these last few minutes. Liana Patrick on the faceoff. Along the near side. It squirts out, and here comes O'Brien. Kaylee O'Brien trying to work it up, runs into Mazzucchelli. Now Patrick gets there. Popped off the boards by O'Brien. Approaching a minute left to go in this game. Along the corner is O'Brien. Sneaks it out. Over to the blue line. There's a wrister. Out in front, and it's covered up by Pena. We'll have a face-off at 51 seconds left. It's Kelly Bailey in there for Hopkinton. Over to the near side. Frazier. Popped over by Bailey. Now it's taken away by O'Brien. O'Brien tied up along the boards. Trying to take it around the net. Along the near side now. And it's sent out. Trying to track it down, McGovern. And it's intercepted by Bailey. Racing in, sends it out. Looking for a shot, it's a misfire. Musgrave had a pretty good setup there, but there was a defender in her way. And that will do it for this game. The Medway Ashland Holliston Co-op takes down Hopkinton-Dover Sherborn by a final score of 7-4. Mike, that was a fun, competitive game with a lot of action out there today.
I tell you, tons of action, equally matched. I don't care what the way the score looks. These teams were well matched up against each other. This third period here was so exciting, even though there was 0 scores, but it was great. Oh, COVID handshakes.
Yeah, there's the COVID sign of respect. A good matchup between these two TVL rivals. And Hopkinton-Dover Sherborn should certainly be happy about having a good competitive performance out there against a very good Medway co-op team. Medway takes down Hopkinton by a final score of 7-4. For Mike Terosian on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Hockey. Take care, be well, happy holidays to everyone out there. We'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.